Alright, so if you run a sports, health, news or business blog, that means that you most likely upload a lot of content, and to do so you probably have a team working with you as well. Now if you said yes to both of these, keep watching till the end, as the next few minutes can save you and your team a lot of time and as a result a lot of money as well. Okay, so let's get started. So one of the biggest problems with WordPress is if someone is working on a blog post, you will not be able to work on it at the same time. So if I try to access this one, I will be greeted with this message here that John Doe is currently working on this blog post. So there's only two options available to me at the moment. I can either exit the editor, in which case I cannot work on this blog post, or take over, in which case John Doe cannot work on the blog post anymore. Okay, so on the left hand side we have David, and on the right hand side we have Greg. Now if David starts editing, so let's say I'm going to work on this section here, well, Greg can immediately see that David is working on that paragraph. Now on the other side, if Greg starts working on this blog post and decides to edit this section here, for instance, David will also see that Greg is working on that section. So that means that now David and Greg are working conjointly together on the same document at the same time. Now see what happens if I start typing here, and I'm going to add an additional bullet point. So let's type some text, and now as I'm typing, David can see everything on his screen. Now if David starts typing here, well, Greg can see what David is typing on his screen as well. Now here we have the two user icons. So as you can see, they're surrounded by a green stroke, which indicates that both users are currently working on this blog post. And if I want to enable this on Greg's side, all I need to do is click on the Multicollab icon here, and there you go. This way we know who's working on this blog post. Now obviously we only have two users here, but clearly you can invite as many as you want. Okay, so now let me show you all the amazing features that Multicollab has to offer. So the very first one obviously is the collaboration feature. So for this, all you have to do is click on the Multicollab logo here, and as you can see you have a share button, so click on this, and now you can invite anyone you want, a guest or a team member, simply by using their email address. So let's invite David as an example. And now you can set David's role as either a viewer or a commenter. And you can also send David a personal message. So if you tick this box, you can send him a direct message. So for instance, "Hi Dave, mind helping me out with a few things on this blog? Thanks." And then we can send the message directly to David. And now we get a confirmation that the invitation was sent, and now David can join us and work on the same document as us. And here's the email that David received. As you can see, John Doe has invited you, and all he has to do is click on this button here, and he will be able to access the blog post without needing any credentials at all. And now if you go back to our Multicollab section and click on the share button, as you can see you have two people invited and working on the same document here. We have John Doe and David. And now we can close this. So let me show you the very first feature that Multicollab has to offer. And this one is inline comment. So let's say you're working on this blog and you want to add an inline comment related maybe to this section here, okay? All you have to do is to highlight it. And as you can see, you have this bubble speech here with a plus sign in it, and there as well, you can click on either of those. And as you can see now by the side, I can type my comment. So I can tag David directly. All I have to do is type the @ sign, followed by David, as you can see here, okay? So select David, and then I can type my message. Now here underneath, as you can see over checkbox, if I tick this one, I can assign this to David directly. So that means that David will be responsible for marking it as done. If this is left unticked, well, basically either of us can mark it as done. So let me pause the comment now. And now from David's point of view, he will see your message. And now all he has to do is click on this. And as you can see, we'll be brought immediately to this section. Now I can analyze the content here and reply to this comment. So this is my reply, post the reply, and now if this is sorted out, we can mark it as done as well. So all you have to do is hover on this one here, mark as resolved. Do you want to resolve the thread? Yes. And there you go. Now the beauty of inline comments is that you can also attach a document. So let's say if you wanted to add maybe an image after this paragraph here, we could add a comment. And then we can type our message. So for instance, I think we need to add a picture here in between, perhaps a football team C attached example. And now we can attach a document. All you have to do is click on this paperclip here. So this could be a picture or even a PDF file, whichever you prefer, you know. So you can upload your new file. So let's select this one as an example. Okay, so select, and then we can post our comment. And now from John Doe's screen, he will see your message, including the attachment. Now to display this, all he has to do is click on it and it will open up in a new tab. There you go. And now John Doe can take the proper action. So back to our blog post here. Let's add an image. Now we can upload our new file. So let's select an image here and insert. Very good. And now we can mark this as done. Mark as resolved. Yes. Now you can also add comments to an image. So if I click on the image itself, as you can see, we still have the icon here. So if I click on this, I can post my comment. So for instance, is this image from this year or last year's final? So we can post our comment now. And then from David's screen, he can read your message and reply to it. So let's say this is the right image. We're just going to reply. That's the right one for this year. I'll mark it as done. Okay, so reply. And then mark as resolved. Now let me show you another amazing feature, which is the suggest edit feature. Now for this, you need to enable it. So let's click on the Multicollab logo here. We go to settings and right here, suggest edit, use the toggle switch. And as you can see now, the suggestion mode is on and now we can suggest edits. So how does this work? Well, very easily. So let's say maybe I want this word here to be in bold and italic. So simply highlight this, change it to bold, italic. And right here, as you can see, this is recorded immediately by the side. And now anyone coming along could either accept the suggestion or reject it. So if I accept the suggestion, as you can see, the effect will take place immediately. And if I was to reject it, it will simply revert back to its original state. Now you can also suggest edit for a change of word or change of text. So as an example here, as you can see, also caters for specific requirements of your niche. So instead of niche, maybe you want the word industry or maybe expertise or field. Okay, so what you can do is basically highlight this. Now I'm going to hit the delete key. There you go. As you can see, this is now marked off and now you can type the exact word that you want. So let's say maybe field, okay? And again, now anyone coming along can either accept or reject the suggestion. So if I was to accept it, as you can see now, those changes have taken place. Now, another very handy feature of Multicollab is the reporting feature. So as you can see, if you click on the logo again, you have all the activities being recorded here by the side. So regardless of if you're just joining in maybe, or you want to check out what's happening, all the activities, as you can see, everything is recorded here by the side. So you know exactly what's been done and who's been working on this blog post. And for this, you don't even have to actually access the blog post itself. You can have a quick look from the outside. So if you go to the Multicollab section here, as you can see, all the latest activities are recorded here chronologically. So as you can see, today we've been working on this blog post. You have the timestamp and also who did what and when. And you can also display that differently. So as you can see, if you go into the report section here, the activities will be recorded slightly differently. As you can see here, we have the title of the blog post. As you can see, how many comments are open, resolved, and who's working on those blog posts and what they did exactly. So if you scroll down the page, as you can see here, Multicollab is fantastic. Now we know that this one, we have John Doe and David working on it, and you have a complete report of all the activities taking place. And obviously, when you work with different team members, you want to make sure that you can manage the permissions for admin, editors, authors, contributors, subscribers, and guests. And right here, you can decide whether or not you want to allow them to add comment, resolve comment, add suggestion, accept or reject suggestions, or you can disable comment and suggestions altogether. And obviously, this solution would have been complete if it wasn't multilingual as well. As you can see, you can have it in English, but also in Hindi, French, German, Bengali, Spanish, and Chinese. Okay guys, so thank you for watching. Now if you are interested and would like to try this out for yourself, we offer a 30-day free trial of our Pro plan where you can test all the Multicollab features. So for this, all you have to do is click on the link in the description below and this will bring you to this page, and under the Pro heading, simply click on this button here. Now simply enter a few details and that's it. You're ready to enjoy the Pro version of Multicollab for free for 30 days. Thanks for watching and we'll catch you in the next one.